Anthropic just dropped a new feature for Claude Code that honestly might just kill one of the most annoying parts of being a developer. We're talking about a whole new way to code that could seriously change up your entire workflow. So let's just dive right in. Okay, if you're a developer, you know this feeling. You know it deep in your soul. You kick off a big task, you're refactoring a massive module, or maybe building out a super complex feature, and then you wait. And you're literally chained to your desk, right? Because the AI might have a question or it might need you to approve something. It's a complete productivity killer. And for a long time, this was just the reality of using powerful tools like Claude Code. You were physically tethered to your terminal. This coding tether, as people started calling it, was a major pain point, and you could feel the community was getting desperate for a solution. And of course, where there's a problem, the open source community provides. A really clever tool called OpenClaw popped up and pretty quickly became the go-to workaround for any developer who wanted to break free from their desk. Now, OpenClaw's approach was, you gotta admit, pretty ingenious. It basically acted like a bridge. It let you control your entire coding session through your favorite messaging app, like WhatsApp or Telegram, all from your phone. And for a while, it was really the only game in town. But all that freedom came with some serious trade-offs. On the one hand, it was super flexible. It's free, it's open source, you can even hook it up to your own local models. But on the other hand, oh man, the setup was a headache. We're talking a mess of API keys and configs, and more importantly, you were completely on your own for security. And that security issue, it is a big deal. Because OpenClaw is self-hosted, it's all on you. A remote code execution vulnerability like the one we're seeing here isn't just some theoretical risk. It's like leaving a wide-open backdoor into your entire system. Not great. So you've got all these developers stuck between a rock and a hard place, convenience or security. And Anthropic clearly saw an opening. They just swooped in with their own official, super elegant solution to the exact same problem. And this right here shows the difference perfectly. Remote control isn't some clunky workaround. It's a native feature. It securely connects your local coding session. And this is so key. Everything is still running on your machine, directly to the official Claude mobile app or web UI. No third-party bridges, no security guesswork. Honestly, this is a total game changer because it hits every single pain point of the old method. It's native, so it just works. It's end-to-end encrypted, so it's secure right out of the box. And the setup, well, it is about as simple as it could possibly be. Okay, so we know what it is and why it's so much better, but how easy is it to actually use? This is the part that gets really impressive, especially when you think about that multi-step configuration nightmare for the alternatives. It is literally this simple. You're just in your terminal inside an existing Claude Code session, and you type /rc. That's it. A QR code pops up on your screen, you scan it with your phone, and bam! You are now controlling your local session from the official Claude app. It's over. No API keys, no messing with messaging apps. It's just seamless. And check this out. This is where it gets even better. It's resilient. So what happens if you close your laptop lid or your Wi-Fi just drops for a second? With remote control, the session doesn't die. It just stays alive in the background and automatically picks right back up where you left off. You don't lose any of your progress. And getting started is just as smooth. All you have to do is make sure your Claude Code is updated, you're logged into your account, and you've trusted the project folder you're working in. These are pretty much one-time checks, and then you're totally good to go. So this all brings us to the big question, right? We've got the community-built open-source tool, OpenClaw, and we've got the new, shiny, official feature, remote control. When you put them head-to-head, which one really comes out on top? Well, this table really lays it all out. If your goal is specifically to control your Claude Code sessions when you're away from your computer, remote control is the absolute hands-down winner. It's simpler, it's safer, and it was purpose-built for that exact job. But if what you want is a full-blown personal AI assistant that can manage your calendar, browse the web, and connect to hundreds of other apps, well, OpenClaw is still the undisputed king of that much broader category. So here's the real bottom line. Remote control isn't actually trying to replace OpenClaw entirely. It's just carving out one very, very popular use case, coding, and doing it way better with a safer, more integrated, official solution. Now, to understand why Anthropic is so focused on this, you have to get your head around the sheer scale of Claude Code. It is on a staggering $2.5 billion annualized run rate. Just let that sink in. If today's revenue continued for a whole year, that's why they'd be. That's more than the GDP of some countries.
This tool is an absolute juggernaut.
And if that number didn't just blow your mind, this one probably will. An estimated 4% of all public commits on GitHub are now authored by Claude Code. That is not just a big number, that is a fundamental shift in how software is actually being made.
So when you connect those two numbers, you start to realize remote control isn't just some nice little quality of life update. It's a strategic move. Anthropic is making its already dominant tool even more indispensable by solving a real, tangible problem for millions of developers, making it easier for them to stay productive from literally anywhere. And all of this leaves us with a really fascinating question. With tools like this becoming native and just seamless, are we moving past the idea that deep, complex coding has to happen while you're chained to a desk? This might just be the very beginning of a whole new way to build software.